with some standing stretch just to wake our bodies up a little bit since everybody probably just got up. So just take a few deep breaths, reach your arm overhead as you breathe in and then breathe out. Get your arms moving a little bit. Add in some bend to the knee there. Yeah, snap, crackle. Kind of breathe at your own pace. Just really try and exhale all the air out. Couple more. One more. Okay, let's roll all the way down. Try and go vertebrae at a time, all the way down here to your feet. Make sure they're spread out a little bit. Go ahead and reach to one foot. Should feel a nice side stretch there. Take a few deep breaths. Check out your need for a pedicure. Switch it over to the other side when you're ready. Coming back to the center. Roll your back all the way up. Very slow. Try and think about each vertebrae as you come to the top, including your neck. Gonna move your neck around a little bit now. Head rolls. Pick one direction. Try and get that ear all the way down to the shoulder. Last one, then we'll switch directions. All right, switch it up. Okay, pop. Last one. All right, let's move those shoulders now. Some big shoulder rolls back. Bring them all the way up to your ears and then tuck them all the way back down. Switch directions. Last but not least, grab hold of your head just lightly and press through that other arm. Should feel a nice big stretch in your neck. Switching sides. All right, gonna find our way down to the mat now. Starting on our backs today. So you're gonna lay all the way back down and you're gonna start off with your knees bent at like 90 degrees. Kind of make believe that there's a table right here. You really wanna keep them, the backs of your legs engaged like they're sitting right on a tabletop. So go ahead and flex your feet. Should feel the backs of the legs engage. We're just gonna keep our head on the mat for this first part. Sorry, let me move around the mat here. There you go. Make sure your lower back is anchored into that mat and there's no space between your lower back and that mat. Press it in really nice and hard. You want to try and engage those abs. So as you'll see as we move through here, you want to keep them tucked in. Don't let them pop out. So as we lift our head and chest in some of the other exercises, feel free to take your gaze down towards that lower belly. You really want to feel it tucked in, almost like you're using your abs as a corset, tucking them down and in. So really try and press that belly button and that lower back down into the mat as you work. So, like I said, starting off with these knees bent, we're just gonna lower the feet towards the ground. You wanna keep that bend the exact same. You're not changing the bend. Just alternating those heels, tapping them on the ground. Keep breathing. Try and exhale as you touch that heel to the ground. Inhale to bring it back up. Really using those lower abs to move that leg. Keep breathing. Couple more here. Last one. Hold up here at 90. Now we're gonna move both. So moving both towards the ground, really be mindful of that lower back, keep it anchored into the ground as you lower them and bring them back up. Tap them on the floor, bring them up. If your lower back starts to lift, just stop where it feels comfortable, where you can get them back up to the top. Pressing heavy into the floor with that lower back. Last two. One more. Go ahead and stretch it out. Lay those legs on the ground, arms above your head. Give it a nice pull. Let that lower back go ahead and lift if it feels good before we tuck everything back down. So we're going to go into single leg stretch now. So you're going to start with that 90-degree bend a little bit again. We're going to end up pulling these legs in so it goes a little beyond that, but it's a good place to start. This opposite leg that you're extending, harder, lower to the ground, easier, up towards the ceiling. So you choose which works best for you. Really concentrate on pulling this leg in towards your chest, keeping that nice space between your chin and your chest as you use your abs to bring yourself off the ground. So, here we go. Exhaling, inhaling. Deep inhales and exhales as you move. Really use those abs to lift your shoulders off the mat. And rest. The next one, we're going to come back into that single leg position, but we're going to tap this lower leg down and then switch. So very similar, but we're just tapping the extended leg down. So go ahead and inhale and exhale, come up, bring those shoulders off the mat. Extend one leg, bring one leg in, and here we go. So tapping the bottom leg, switch, 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 switch. Make sure you make that extended leg nice and long, pressing through the heel. Using those abs to pull your chest off the mat. And rest. Next, we're going to pulse up here. So you're going to bring your knees back up into tabletop position, and we're just going to do tiny pulses towards the top of that movement. So you really have to concentrate on tucking that lower ab in, lower back towards the floor, keeping your elbows nice and wide, gaze looking right down at where your zipper would be. So here we go, tiny pulses. Keep breathing. Small movement. The next one we're just gonna hold up here. So you're just gonna come up into this nice scooped out position, legs in tabletop, and hold. If that you feel like that's getting nice and easy, you can extend. You pick your leg position. So here we go. Scoop up and hold. Keep those shoulders tucked down. I'm extending my arms, but if you need support for your neck, go ahead and bring them up. Really take a look at where that zipper would be. Tuck in those abs. Don't let them pop out. Keep breathing. And rest. All right, gonna leave your head down on the mat here for this next part for a little bit. Give your neck a rest. We're just gonna extend our legs straight up towards the ceiling, so your heels are nice and flat. Like if you were gonna push the ceiling straight up with your feet, you could. So just going for lower lift on single legs, we'll just alternate. Just be mindful that you're keeping your legs in nice towards your midline, towards the middle of your body. Don't let them swing out or get kind of crazy. Just be mindful to keep them in towards the center of your body. Keeping your foot nice and flexed keeps that whole leg engaged. Think nice long legs as you extend down towards the mat. Here we go. Inhaling, exhaling as you come up. Keeping that lower back pressed into the mat. And rest. Go ahead and bring them in. Roll them around a little bit. Roll your lower back around a little bit on the mat. Next, we're just gonna do a reverse crunch. So again, your neck can stay down on the mat. I'm sort of on a down slope, here we go. But you're just gonna press up to the ceiling with those heels. Like I mentioned earlier, flat feet, like you're trying to push your ceiling straight up. Using those lower abs to curl up. Here we go. Press that ceiling up. Keep breathing. There we go. Next, we're going to do a butterfly crunch. So you're going to keep your heels and big toes together. Open your knees nice and wide. We're just going to crunch elbows to knees and back open. So again, keep that nice big space between your chin and your chest because you're using your abs to bring yourself up here. Here we go. As you come in, exhale, inhale. Small movement with the lower body. Big crunch up with the upper body. And rest. Roll your lower back out a little. We're gonna move into rolling like a ball here, but we're gonna start from the ground. So tuck your knees in, grab your shins. We're just gonna start by building some momentum. After about the third or fourth one, you should be able to come to the top. So just start rocking, give yourself a little rock. Squeeze, press into those calves, and you should be able to get towards the top here. Squeeze those abs at the top. Keep that nice curved lower back. Try and hover before your feet touch if you can. Really use those abs to stop yourself at the top. Couple more good ones. Roll out that lower back. And pause at the top. Gonna flip over now. I think lost my little spot here. All right, yeah, let's flip over for some cat-cow. So stretching that lower back all the way up towards the ceiling. And then flip your head. Let it lower. Try and move all the way from that spine, from the top of your head down to your tailbone. One more. All right, gonna go for a hold now. I'm gonna move over here so my feet are nice and flat. So, gonna start off in this little bear crawl almost position, everything on the floor. Turn your feet so the tops of your feet are flat on the floor. We're gonna hold in this up position. So you're just lifting your feet off the ground. Having your feet like this helps keep the pressure off your knees and everything like that. Reminds you to use your core to lift. So, if that hurts your feet though, feel free, you can always flip them and go to your toe. All right, bringing everything off the mat, knees off the mat. Scoop out that lower belly. Really squeeze it tight. Keep that nice open space in your shoulders that you had when you practiced that cat-cow. Keep breathing. Squeeze that core, 5 more seconds. All right, coming down. Staying on all fours. Gonna take one leg, stretch it right back out towards the wall behind you. Keep those hips nice and even. So don't let this hip hike up. You're just gonna lower lift that leg. Tapping the toe, bringing it back up. Squeeze that seat. Couple more seconds. All right, holding it up there now. Now we're gonna circle. So you're making like a dinner plate size circle with that extended leg. Remember, be mindful, don't let that hip hike up. Try and take a look down there, make sure it's in line with the other one. Switch directions. Bring it down. This time we're gonna bring that leg in and extend. So bring it in towards your body, extend it out. Really scoop out your belly, squeeze it in tight, extend it out. Keep breathing. Next, we're gonna bend it, heel towards the ceiling. Gonna squeeze that foot up towards the ceiling. Lift the ceiling up with that leg. Tiny little movement up, squeezing that cheek. on this side, we're gonna do the fire hydrant. So you're keeping that bent in the knee, just opening to the side. Gotta get that side booty. Lift and lower. Try and keep the pressure even in those hands. Squeezing. Go ahead and sit back in child's pose and we'll do the other side. Roll out those wrists. All right, I'm gonna switch around so you can see my other leg. All right, starting with one leg extended out behind you, should be your other leg. Remember, just tapping that toe and bringing it up towards even. You don't have to go beyond. Just keeping those hips nice and in line, touching your toe, bringing it up. Keep breathing. Tap that toe. Squeeze it up. Going for those circles next. So making a dinner plate size circle. Keeping that even pressure on those hands. Switching directions. I always start to go in like a square or something. I don't know. All right, next, bringing that leg in, scooping that belly up, and then extend. So squeeze it in, extend it out. Big inhale, big exhale. All right, keeping that leg up, go ahead and bend it, foot towards the ceiling, squeezing at the top, lifting that ceiling up. Take a look at those hips, make sure that one's not hiked up. Nice even pressure in those hands. Squeeze, squeeze. Keep breathing. All right, last but not least, bring that knee down, open it to the side. Keep breathing. Last little bit here, 5 seconds. Keep squeezing up to the side. All right, bring it back into child's pose. Stretch out that seat. Coming back down on your back for the 100. Back to some more ab work. So similar to the hold we did earlier, you have some options for your leg. Easiest would be to start off in tabletop. You're gonna lift that head, neck, and chest. Arms nice and straight, strong. You're gonna be slapping the water. To make it harder, you can extend, and even harder yet, extend down lower. Up to you. So, starting with your head on the mat, pick your foot position. Nice inhale to prepare. Exhale, bring your head, neck, and chest up off the mat. And here we go. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. And inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale, 2, 4. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Where's your lower back? Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Last one, inhale. And exhale. 2, 3, 4, 5. Lower everything down on the mat. Reach your arms up overhead. Give yourself a nice stretch. Can't miss my last opportunity to get some ab work in here. So reach your arms overhead. We're gonna roll up. If you know you cannot make it to the top, go ahead and bend your knees once we get up there a little bit. You can use the backs of your legs to help you. If not, go ahead and inhale, exhale to prepare. Start peeling yourself off the mat. Reaching straight overhead. Past those feet if you can. Keep that nice big curve in your back. Peel everything back down. Inhale, exhale, start peeling up. You can use the backs of your legs like Jen is to get towards the top if you need it. Exhale, coming all the way back down. One more. Peel yourself up. Last one, coming all the way back down. Just a little figure 4 stretch to stretch out those outer thigh, that seat here. So one leg over the other, grabbing the one underneath. Should give you a nice big stretch in that seat. And switch. Should be able to rock yourself back up to seated then. There you go. Thanks for joining me, everybody.